Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another review, and today we've got the NECA GMK Atomic Blast version. This is, from the film, what is it? Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Out Monsters Attack. Originally this was the Atomic Blast version, but I've repainted it since. Really all I did was I got rid of the blue and just made him a black grayish color, which is quite simple to do. Now, I will say this figure, aside from being painted, is also modified slightly. So here, let me get him in a more standing up straight pose so you can see what I'm talking about. Come on. Alright, I think that's good enough. That's close enough. So as you can see, my wait, no, hold on. I'm gonna go off camera for a second. Okay, now I think I got it. Yeah, now I got it. As you can see, my GMK stands pretty tall and pretty straight up. Oh my goodness, oh no, technical difficulties. I popped off the tail. Should pop on pretty easily. It's just one of the joints is stiff, and then the ball joint connected to the bendy wire is softer plastic, so that popped off. But anyways, that's me rambling. Straighten out his leg. There we go. Now we got it. We're professionals. We're professionals. So as you can see, he stands up pretty straight. Compared to probably your NECA Godzilla, your NECA GMK, or others you might have seen in other reviews. And the reason for that is because I went in and slightly modified the back, right here, this section. Hopefully I can get it because I didn't actually pop off the tail. But as you can see, this area, this area here is slightly carved out to kind of allow for the tail to come up further, and therefore that allows him to stand up more straight and not be super hunched over, because this version of Godzilla, he is hunched, but I think not nearly as much as the NECA figure is. I don't think it changed that much, especially this version. This is a newer release. I picked this up a couple months ago, maybe 3. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I've been in, since we've been in the pandemic. But he wasn't too bad to start off with. This helps, but it's not the biggest of differences. Anyways, now on to the controversial part of this figure, I guess. Well, it's got to. We'll get to the second one later. But a lot of people think this is the worst NECA figure, or one of the worst. Personally, I don't. I quite like the sculpt. A lot of people say they have a problem with the face and how it's sculpted. Here, let me try and get a close up. Focus. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus or not. But a lot of people don't like that he's kind of in a snarling, he's got a snarling, ooh, I can't even open the mouth. He's got kind of a snarling expression, there we go, open the mouth. And then the position of his jaw is also a bit weird. I will agree with the jaw. I think this could have been handled better, especially considering how their 54 version looks. But I still don't think it's the worst thing that... I don't think that's so bad that this figure deserves to be called the worst in the line. Let's see if you can see my repainting skills. Probably not. That's pretty far that's really far into the mouth, and you really can't see that. You can kind of see it. I'm gonna have to touch that up again. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the face sculpt. So aside from the jaw, I think the rest of it is... Oh, not getting this in camera. He's too tall. I think the rest of the figure looks really good. I think from the front Let's see if I can get it. He looks spot on. I think that's spot on GMK. He does have the snarl going, which I think he only goes for one scene with it. But personally, I like it. I think it gives him a lot of personality, and that's what counts. Okay, now I guess articulation. Oh no, here I can talk about the paint for a second. Oh, look at this. That's interesting. Okay. Well, anyways, this figure originally comes with kind of like an atomic blast looking effect. He's got like a beam, so there's like blue in some areas to replicate the glow of it. So what I painted was just the main body. The spines I left as is. That's probably why they look so good. Better than the monster arts. And the spines are actually translucent plastic, so you probably can't see that all that well, but they under light they do kind of glow a little bit. I can see it from my angle, but you guys can't see it. And I think they look really good. I think that NECA did really good with this paint job. I think it kind of simulates the glowing really well, especially in person. And if you got light behind the spines. But I think that's it for the paint job. I might touch it up. I might see if I can find some metallic paint and add a little bit here and there, just to give it a little bit more finesse. But oh, he's not. Oops. But other than that, I don't think I'll be changing him all that much. So I guess now we're moving on to articulation. This guy, I think he's pretty good, all things considered. So he can look down that far. Let's see. That far with the secondary neck joint. You can look up really far. Probably the best upward motion of any NECA Godzilla figure, in my opinion. You can look side to side. Hopefully my face didn't come to the video. Now he can kind of do a crunch. I don't think it's that great on him. It kind of breaks the sculpt a little. But from the front you don't notice it all that much, so it's not the worst. Back, that's about as far back as you're gonna get. Arms can rotate all the way. Give me a second. Rotate all the way. The arms are on a, what is it? I forgot. They're on a joint here. They can go about, oh, I'm gonna go off camera. I think that's a little more than 90. Oh no, my my stand. Hopefully that doesn't fall over. Anyways, they can go about 90 degrees, I'd say. They can rotate here. Hold on. I've heard people say they can only rotate when they're not angled. I can't really tell because mine are really stiff. Yeah, I can't get it to rotate. Let's try the other hand. No, yeah, he can rotate, just the other arm is really stiff. But he can rotate at, what is that, the elbow? You can break his arm if you want. Let me try and fix this real quick, because this one's pretty tight too. Come on. Work with me. Oh no, my phone's falling again. We're having technical difficulties. Where were we? I think we were on articulation. I was trying to fix the arm. Orient it properly. There we go. And this one is fine too. For the hands, he's got a hinge joint here. So you can move the arm down that far. And then up that far. And he's got finger articulation. That hopefully works. Yeah, it works. So you can make him a fist, kind of, sort of. Legs can do a full 360. Okay, maybe not. they can't do a full 360, but you get pretty close. You don't need to do a full 360 with a Godzilla figure. And the knees, let's see, hopefully these aren't too stiff. Oh no. Oh, actually, he can spread his legs apart pretty nicely. Now, knee articulation. If it'll cooperate, good enough. I gotta bring his legs back in. So that's your knee bent, and that's the knee extended. His foot is on a ball joint, and you got a pretty decent amount of articulation in the feet. You can angle back and forth. They can go back a decent bit. Probably not enough to pull off a swimming pose that well, but it is what it is. And then for the tail, you got a ball joint here. Let's see, get this on camera, Zepol. Camera. Ball joint here, a ball joint here, and a ball joint here. And then from this point forward, it's a bendy wire. So you get a all the problems today. All the problems. There we go. So you can get a pretty decent amount of range with his tail. Here, let me fix up his legs a little bit. Boy, GMK just loves to give me problems. I heard people don't like the bendy wires because they break. I've never had one break on me, and I have quite a few figures with bendy wire tails. So personally, I don't mind it, and I think it works on this guy. It kind of does break the sculpt a little, I will say, but when you're looking at it from here, from this angle, I think it's perfectly fine. You don't really notice it because it's all back here. You're focused on the front, so yeah. Alright, this guy does come with an accessory. He comes with a beam. I'm pretty sure this is his beam. I have a cabinet full of beams, so I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Open his mouth. Yeah, this is his. I could probably push it in further forward, further back, but then it's going to be really tough to take out. I think that works pretty well. I might repaint it just a little bit, but otherwise, I think that works pretty well for an Atomic Blast GMK. No need for the monster arts, honestly. Now, what else was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. I think only the Atomic Blast version of this comes with a beam. They are the same price, but for whatever reason, the Atomic Blast version is the only one that comes with a beam. I think the standard does not. So, if you're going to buy this, if you're going to buy a version of GMK, choose wisely, because one of them has the beam, one of them does not. And because NECA figures are, they're starting to go up in price. I've already seen it on eBay. Man, I can't speak today. I've already seen the prices start to go up. I've seen them start to sell out. So, it is what it is. Definitely pick this guy up if you're interested in a GMK figure for an affordable price. Now, finally, size comparisons. Here we have the NECA Godzilla 1984. So you can see GMK was the biggest Godzilla figure in the NECA line. He's not anymore, but we'll get to that in a second. Here he is with the NECA Godzilla 2019 mold. Get him to turn around a little. This figure, I recommend getting the reissues. So, if you have an original version. For example, an original version 1, or basically the first release of the different versions. Because the newer releases have better plastic, or not better, softer, so it's a lot more flexible and you can get more posability out of them, but that's for a different time. That's a different review entirely. Stay tuned. And then here we have the current biggest NECA Godzilla figure, the NECA Godzilla 2003 or Tokyo SOS version. I think they look pretty good together. I think this works. I don't really know the sizes of these two. I think GMK is bigger, isn't he? I don't remember, but I think this works. I think this looks really good. Definitely both great figures, but we're not talking about you today. Go check out his review on the channel, I guess. I don't know if I'll put it in the description or not. I guess I will. Now get out of here. And that's it for size comparisons, because I don't have anything GVK is a different thing. GMK related. So final thoughts. Should you get this figure or not? I'd say get it. It's pretty good. A lot of people complain about it. They say it's the worst in the line, whatever. I don't think it is. I think probably Shin is the one that's the worst in the line. I say that because I didn't even bother getting him. I think this guy's really good. I recommend you get him, especially now because they're not going to be around for too much longer. NECA's not making any more Godzilla products. They lost the license. So if you don't get them now and you want to get them, you might end up regretting it, because he's gonna be gone and people on eBay are gonna sell him for way too much. But yeah, pretty much that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment down below what you think of this figure, scream at me if you think I'm wrong. And stay tuned for the NECA Godzilla 1989 review soon, hopefully. We're waiting for that one to come in. Anyway, peace.